President Trump has once again shaken the foundations of Middle Eastern politics with a controversial proposal for the Gaza Strip. The plan outlines a U.S. takeover of Gaza, relocating 2 million Palestinians to neighboring Arab countries. Met with widespread condemnation from the international community, Arab leaders denounce it as unrealistic and unjust. Critics argue it's logistically impossible and morally wrong, reminiscent of the 1948 Palestinian displacement. Raises questions about America's role in the region, undermines the U.S.'s position as a neutral broker. Siding with Israel inflames tensions. Long-term implications are unclear. It casts a long shadow over the region. The world waits to see how this unfolds. Jordan has emerged as a vocal opponent of President Trump's Gaza proposal, particularly the suggestion that it could absorb a significant portion of the relocated Palestinian population. King Abdullah II of Jordan, a key U.S. ally in the region, has publicly rejected the idea, stating that Jordan will not bear the burden of solving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. King Abdullah reiterated Jordan's long-standing position, shared by the wider Arab world, that any solution to the Gaza situation must involve rebuilding the territory and improving the living conditions of its residents. He emphasized that the focus should be on addressing the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, not on relocating its population. The king's firm stance underscores the deep-seated anxieties within Jordan regarding the potential for demographic upheaval. Jordan already hosts a large Palestinian population, and there are concerns that a mass influx of Gazans could destabilize the country's delicate social and political balance. Jordan's opposition presents a significant hurdle to the Trump administration's plans. It highlights the challenges of finding regional partners willing to support the controversial proposal and underscores the deep divisions that exist within the Middle East. President Trump's Gaza proposal has further complicated the already intricate geopolitical landscape of the Middle East, particularly concerning Syria and Saudi Arabia. While expressing a desire to disengage from Syria, calling it its own mess, Trump faces the reality of approximately 2,000 U.S. troops still stationed in the northeast region. These troops, deployed to combat ISIS, remain a source of tension. A complete withdrawal, while seemingly aligned with Trump's non-interventionist rhetoric, could create a power vacuum, potentially emboldening ISIS remnants and jeopardizing the security of Kurdish allies. This complex situation leaves the future of U.S. involvement in Syria uncertain. Meanwhile, Trump's ambition for a trilateral deal involving Israel and Saudi Arabia faces its own set of obstacles. While Saudi Arabia has hinted at significant investments in the U.S., potentially reaching $600 billion, the Palestinian issue remains a major sticking point. Saudi Arabia has consistently maintained its support for a Palestinian state as a prerequisite for normalizing relations with Israel. This stance directly clashes with the current Israeli government's opposition to a Palestinian state, creating a significant hurdle for Trump's ambitions. President Trump's approach to Iran is defined by his maximum pressure strategy. This involves economic sanctions and diplomatic isolation to force Iran back to the negotiating table. While similar to his first term, Trump may explore diplomatic solutions. Iran is in a weakened position. Its regional allies Hamas and Hezbollah have been targeted by Israel, and Israeli airstrikes have degraded its air defenses. This creates an opportunity for the U.S. to exert leverage. Analysts believe now is the time to push for concessions from Iran, particularly regarding its nuclear program. Others caution against pushing too hard, suggesting a more nuanced approach might be more effective. Offering Iran a path to sanctions relief might convince Tehran to abandon its nuclear ambitions. Whether Trump opts for confrontation or engagement remains to be seen. Iran will continue to be a major foreign policy challenge for the foreseeable future.